Hi guys, Carrie from Luxembourg here. Thanks for joining me. I just wanted to show you a little, junkyfied mini album journal that I completed when I was in Sardinia last week. I've just embellished it a little bit since I've been home. I haven't done a lot with it, but I just received some cogs in the mail, so I stuck those on. But really, basically, it was finished last week in Sardinia. Some of the items were bought in Sardinia, like this ribbon and the beads. So I wish I could kick myself that I didn't get more of this stuff. It's really excellent. I'll show it to you when I go through the journal. Now, this is heavily influenced by Michelle Mooney from the Paper Addiction. I'd seen a video that she'd done like 5 years ago, and in that video she'd also used the same kit. It's called Steamtown Spring. It's Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and she'd done a mini file folder album, and that was the first video I'd actually watched. And my first project, or my first entry into junk journaling, was doing a mini file folder for my best friend, and I really loved the way she did this. And what I've done is I've taken that, but I've also foxified it. I'm watching Tracie Fox's videos. Tracie, hope you don't mind that name being used. I'll probably use pants as well during this video, but we'll see. I reckon pants is going to be the word of the year. We'll find out. Anyway, let's open it up and I'll show you. So this is an elasticated ribbon. And I found it in Sardinia, and the colours just tied in perfectly, and I'll show you the purpose of this in a second. It's got two little dangly beads. The cover's pretty simple, not too much, just a little bit of it's not cheesecloth, it's what we use for bandaging, and a couple of cogs that I just got. So we'll open it up and you'll see there's tons and tons of tuck spots and everything else in here. What do you want? My son is spying on me. He knows I hate doing this, so he's probably like thinking, oh, you know, let's tease mum. Go away. So, okay, there's a little cog. I didn't put too many cogs or anything in it. I didn't want to embellish too much with hardware. But you'll see there's tons and tons of tuck spots in this one. Tuck spots up here, up there. I found this paper pad that works perfectly with this kit. It's a Dutch make, Studio Light. I don't know if it's available in the States, but it's definitely available in Europe. I'll show it to you a little bit closer. Studio Light, and there isn't really a name with it. It's just a number 67, and they have quite a few. But I really liked it because I have a few 6x6 pads, I think, as everybody does, and I don't use them, but this one was fantastic in this case because it really fit in really well. So that's the first flip out. This is why it's foxified, because here we have another flip out. Okay, so I've got a tag sticking in here, and there's a pocket up here. And obviously these can be used as journaling spaces, and there's room on the front and backs of all of these cards. And here's a little envelope also with 3 little journaling cards in it. This is also part of the kit. A couple of journaling cards here. And then we open this up. There's a little envelope with a little journaling card in it. Little notebook, really. I'll put that in later. And then here we got just a little tuck spot with a bit of hardware, light hardware I'd say, and then journaling space here, and with a tuck spot with a journaling card in there. Onto the middle of the signature, we have a flip down here with journaling space, a little tuck spot up here, and on the side is also a tag with journaling space there. This one is quite plain. There is a little tuck spot here, but I didn't put anything in it because I just like that image with the bees, butterflies, sorry. Onto this one, here's a tuck spot on the side, journaling space here. This I left quite plain. I might put a paper clip on here just to let people, you know, clip something in there if they want to. Another tuck spot here. And then we have another foxified part of the journal here. So here's a big tuck spot with a couple of journaling cards that slip right in. This is from the paper kit, and the rest is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden Kit. So I didn't use anything but the paper pad and the Steamtown Spring kit, because there's so much in it. It's lovely. And this tied in so perfectly with it. So there's another tuck spot. And this folds out. There you go. So we have another pocket here on the side with, you know, some writing cards in there and some journaling space here as well. Here, this part is where the ribbon comes into play. I'll show you that. So what I've done is I've done sort of like a traveler's notebook kind of system where, well, this is actually fixed. This is the mini album journal part, and this is the traveler's notebook. These pages in here are all basically they're recycled. I didn't use any new papers. On this one I used recycled paper. It's basically just a little notebook, but I didn't staple them down. I left them loose so that they can be slid out and put somewhere else or thrown away if they're not you know, whatever. Very flexible. I like this part because you can put photographs and tags and little, you know, memories in the rest, and then you've got all of this space like a brain dumping zone. I love brain dumping zones, so this is what I use this for, and that's why I said this elasticated ribbon came in perfectly. It was there at the right time, the right place, and I don't know, I find that with a lot of my journals, I'll have them sitting there like basically getting up to the starting blocks, and I'm waiting for something, and then little things come along like these, you know, these beads or the ribbon or something comes along and we're ready to go. So I don't know if that happens to everybody else, but I have a lot of books in the waiting. I have a lot of projects at the moment that are also getting finished. There's a tuck spot up here. I forgot to put a ribbon on this tag. I will do that, a bit of organza, just to give it a bit of whoosh. Give it a bit of, my friend laughed when I gave her her journal. She said, oh yeah, that's so typical you, all the organza everywhere, the whoosh. So I kind of shabby chic it as well. Here's a big pocket here as well. So I put one of these little, a bit of hardware there as well. And it just, I like the color of these and they're good. You can tuck something under there too. It's a tiny, tiny tuck spot. A little bit of a bigger. Here's the middle of this signature. And here's another tuck spot. Tuck spot here, journaling space throughout. And this one I didn't actually open it up. Now you see I get confused because there's so many places to open it up. There we go. There's, yeah, another little envelope there. Little tuck spot back here and then here as well. And this opens up. So we basically, yeah, it's kind of like the big file folder opening up, and it is made out of a file folder. The only thing I have to still do is I just need to stain, ink stain all the edges, but there's like tuck spots everywhere you look, there's tuck spots. And a lot of journaling space, so it's, you can't, you know, it's, I think a lot of people put down little mini albums, but they can be absolutely junkified and absolutely journaled in. So I think that's, for me, I just love them. I think they're handy, and I think for the Luxembourgish market, they're probably what is going to be the first introduction to junk journaling. So I'll be doing quite a few of these at the moment. Anyway, this is this baby, very cute. I love it. She's very, I didn't put a closure because it's just, she's so handy the way she is. And, you know, this is flexible. It can be tied around the other way if needed. So that's that one. So thank you, The Paper Addiction. Thank you, Tracie Fox. Well, thank you all of, you know, Debbie. I love your digital kits. They're fabulous. So thank you all. And thank you for watching. And the next one up is going to be Tsunami Roads one. So I hope you enjoy me. See you soon.